Yes, people, them grand rising, and welcome back to the Arsenal Transfer Centre, the show that keeps you locked in with all Arsenal transfers surrounding the summer transfer window, winter transfer window, and all transfer windows after that. People, the new subscriber target is 500 subscribers. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, make sure you smash a like on the video and leave a comment down below of your thoughts on this video. People, we have a lot to get through this morning. We're just going to get straight into it. Victor Gyokeres is finally forcing his move to Arsenal. The man is prepared to give up 2 million of his salary to join the club. This is telling Sporting that I don't want to play for your team anymore. We know weeks ago he took the Sporting bio out of his Instagram bio and all of that business. We know he said he doesn't want to return to training. It was broken this weekend first. I want to say this first. This was broken first by the Twitter account, the Red Side of London on Twitter, before it came out a day later by Fabrizio Romano and everyone else. I reported it on the show weeks ago. I believe it was the video that said Arsenal have $250 million to spend. And I said that there was already a verbal contract agreement of 5 years for Victor Gyokeres on 200 plus grand a week. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that yesterday as well. People, Victor Gyokeres is on his way. There's only a few final details that they need to sort out, and this comes in with add-ons and everything else. And I think it's around 5 million that they need to sort, and that's the final thing before we get that final here we go. Reported this morning by CNN Portugal, and I can have it and I can tell you it here as of right now. As of this morning, there are only a few details to sort out, and Victor Gyokeres has already begun to pack his bags. He is on his way to Arsenal. Gunners, how do you feel about that this morning? Obviously, it was a crazy media frenzy yesterday when that big breakthrough was made. I said a few days ago, before the big breakthrough came through yesterday, I said it. I said the saga was coming to an end. Boom, this happens. People, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next up, we are going to talk about Rodrygo. We know Rodrygo was benched again on the weekend in the Club World Cup. He wasn't used at all. He wants to leave Real Madrid. Now, we know that Arsenal have already been in contact with his camp about a move to the Emirates. Arsenal have been very respectful. They haven't gone in with a bid or tried to force him or tried to unsettle him or this, that, and the other. Nothing. They've been very, very respectful, and they've already let Rodrygo know that he would have the freeness of the left wing if he turns up at Arsenal. I also reported to you that Steve K reported this, that the scout that got Rodrygo to Real Madrid in the first place is now a scout at Arsenal. I think his name is Xavier Paolo. I can't remember his name, but he is a scout at Arsenal now. And this is a key thing in potentially getting Rodrygo to the Emirates, because he's still in contact with his father, Eric Goes of Rodrygo. Now, PSG and Man City have entered the race to sign Rodrygo. Do we need to be worried about this, Arsenal fans? I'm not necessarily worried yet. I feel like Arsenal have taken the necessary steps forward to get this player signed. We know we have a couple of Brazilians in our team that have already spoken to Rodrygo as well. I do think if Arsenal put their foot down, he will want to come to the Emirates. We already know that, was it Al Nassr or Al Hilal? I'm not sure. One of the teams in Saudi Arabia made contact with Rodrygo, but the Hand of Arsenal reported that he's not interested in a move to Saudi Arabia at this time, and he favours a move to the Premier League, and that is to Arsenal. Now, the World Club Cup will be coming to an end in a couple of weeks' time, but things could move ahead before that. We don't know, but we already know that Arsenal have already put the steps in to sign Rodrygo. PSG and Man City have entered the race. PSG are doing their thing. PSG are the best team in the world right now. That is a big thing to factor in. And we already know what Man City and Pep are and this, that, and the other. So this is going to be a very interesting race to see if Arsenal can get this over the line. He's their number one target for the left wing. My number one target for the left wing. You know what? And I'm going to talk about, I was going to leave this more to the end, but it ties in. Apparently, AC Milan are willing to accept 60 million for Rafael Leao. Now, question. If we don't sign Rodrygo, would you take Leao in his position instead for 60 million for that left wing? We know Arsenal have been interested in Leao. Now, will we go for him? I don't think we'll go for him yet, but we know that Berta has been talking to many people, many deals all at once. There's still Lookman out there. Who else is still out there for the left wing? Can't remember off the top of my head. We know that Eze is wanted, but he's wanting more for the middle. Not saying he can't play out there, but Leao Would you take him at Arsenal for 60 million if that meant we couldn't sign Rodrygo? I mean, would you sign Liao if we don't sign Rodrygo? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the Nwaneri contract situation. News broke over the weekend that Chelsea were interested or monitoring the Nwaneri situation at Arsenal and the fact that he hasn't signed the contract yet. This morning, I spoke about this morning as well. It was broke by the Red Side of London, who reported that a deal was struck with Victor Gyokeres before Fabrizio Romano came out with it, right? He said this morning that Nwaneri has rejected a contract with Arsenal. Now, I wanted to do a bit more research to find out about if this contract was rejected. Now, I said to you a month ago, they will stay. And that was regarding Nwaneri, Saliba, Saka, Gabriel, and Skelly. Skelly and Gabriel have already signed their contracts. Fabrizio Romano said that Nwaneri was the next one up. Now, Steve K reported that. He said those five, he reported it in a big article, said those 5 players will stay. Now, I wanted to find what Steve K said about this. He said, all the reports about Nwaneri not signing the contract have been blown out of proportion. He has already agreed or verbally agreed that he's going to stay at Arsenal. It's going to be a 5-year contract. He's going to get a big wage increase, but obviously nothing has been secured yet. So people, what do you believe? Do you believe Nwaneri will sign, or do you feel he won't sign? I'm going to leave that up to you. Next, Madueke. Arsenal are set to bid for Noni Madueke of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea value the player at around 50 million plus. Arsenal value the player around 30 to 40 million. This is what I said a couple of days ago on the show, that if I was going to sign anyone like a Madueke, I'm going between 30 and 40 million. I was being harsh to saying 25 to maybe 30. That's how much I don't necessarily want the player. But if we're going to shell out a fee on this player, don't pay 50 million plus. Don't even pay 40 million plus. Get between that 30 and 40 million range if you can, in my opinion. If he's going to be the backup to Saka, that means Nwaneri has to be the backup to Odegaard or something. I don't know. But I don't want any transfer fee regarding Madueke to hamper Nwaneri's growth at Arsenal. I would be fuming. We would all be fuming if that happens. Now, let's get into some exits that potentially could happen as well. Trossard. Fenerbahce apparently want the player for around 15 million euros and are happy to pay his wage demands as well. We know that contracts talks between Arsenal and Trossard have stalled because Trossard does want a wage increase. It was a similar thing to Partey, and all of that stuff came out. Now, Trossard, would you sell him for 15 million euros? That will come for between about 11 and 13 million pounds. I think we should be selling for Trossard closer to 20 million euros. His contract is up next summer. I'd rather get him out, get some money in for him, get him off the wage bill and get it done, in my opinion, if he's not accepting the Arsenal contract. He's not a bad player, but he wants to be a starter, a first teamer. World Cup year is coming up. He wants to be in that Belgian squad. The World Cup next year is a big thing for all these players. It's a big thing for all these players. That is Leandro Trossard. Fulham want to make a double swoop for Reiss Nelson and Zinchenko. Whether they will be able to sign both, I don't know. We know Reiss Nelson was on loan at Fulham. Unfortunately for him, he got injured. He was another one that was on the surgery table and got injured as well. Will they sign Zinchenko as well? I don't know, because Everton and AC Milan are also continuing their interest in Alexander Zinchenko. Zinchenko will leave. It's just depending on where he will be. Last but not least, Chelsea, don't annoy me. Don't think you're big. Because apparently, while we were discussing, this comes from the hand of Arsenal as well, while we were discussing deals, a deal for Noni Madueke, apparently Chelsea also asked about Max Dowman as well. Arsenal swiftly rejected that, said no, because he's the crown jewel and he's going to be here for years and years to come. And even his father, I believe his name is John Dowman, said no, Arsenal is our club. That's it. That's all that's happening. So Chelsea, leave our youngsters alone. You've already got enough. You've probably still got $1 million on loan. Go into your own pool. Now, people, that is it for the Arsenal Transfer Centre. I hope you've enjoyed this one today. I know I've given you a lot of information at once, but it's good, big news. People, what do you think about the news that I've given you? Arsenal are set to sign or close to signing Victor Gyokeres. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. It's the big one about the striker. It's coming to an end. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. New subscriber target is 500 subscribers. Love and guidance, people. Leave a comment and a like on the video. Peace out.